Hello everyone, my name is Brian and welcome to another Smite commentary. And this time around we're going to do something I haven't done in a while, in a game mode I haven't done in a while. So we're going to play Hades in Siege with, of course, his new Chibi skin. I really like the skin, it's really awesome. So that's a good start to start off the patch day, so to speak. Today's the first day that Thoth came out, as well as a couple of awesome skins like the Hades Chibi skin. I'm very curious to see how well Thoth plays, how well he is. He's pretty good from what I have seen, but he is quite interesting. So I want to get a couple of more games in before I'll make a video about him. I played him twice now. He is pretty powerful. He is different than other mages. With him you really want to stay on the back line more, to throw out your 1 through your 3 for those max range, well, poke or just straight up damage. So that can be quite difficult to position yourself well every single time, especially for his ultimate, and to still connect your ultimate. But when you hit that ultimate, wow, that damage is nuts. And it's a very satisfying feeling, especially because it's such a long charge. As you can see, I see there a basic attack. I think that is the enemy Thoth. I'm staying here to make sure that we don't get invaded. Because I can just leap over the wall to help with the buff, it is quite safe for me to just stay there to make sure that we are not going to get invaded. And with that, we stay safe and we don't have any issues with the opponents. So, Hades. I'm going for power build. Hades is a mage. He used to be a guardian. No one really played him as a guardian because he actually was just a mage. He fared very well with scaling, with a lot of power, because his 3 would heal more, would damage more, and his ultimate as well. And the scaling was pretty good on it, so he was usually built as a mage. Ooh, that was a very nice fear. Double fear, feared them both towards us. If I attack the Amaterasu instead of the Thoth, I think we could have gotten her, because she was quite low. I didn't really realize that. Again, in range for the double, and a beautiful dunk by the Odin will already secure the first blood. They are staying way too close to the wave, allowing me to not only hit them. Oh, that sucks. I didn't think they had the Phantom. I should have taken that into consideration. I thought, oh, she's stuck. She's not going to get out of that one. So I used my ultimate to try and secure that kill, because I didn't have anything else up and the Odin couldn't tank for any longer. But as you can see, they have 2 Phantoms on the opponent's side. Kind of makes sense, because the only one that can get out is the Izanami. So getting 2 of them in your team will allow you to get out all the time if the Odin doesn't go for enough cooldown reduction. A little bit of a poke war. Probably should not be poking when she has the basic advantage. After using my ability, I should have disengaged immediately, because basic attacks are not going to do a lot from my side comparatively to the Amaterasu, because she also has the increased damage when she hits me a couple of times, and she has the increased damage from her aura. Nice fear. I didn't have my 3 up, otherwise I could have poked her a little bit more, but that fear kind of keeps them at bay a little bit. Also doesn't allow her to aim her 2 properly. If she's feared, she can be feared towards another side and missing her 2 entirely. They are not sure if Odin is there or not, so that gives me a good opportunity to safely clear the wave. Keeping my 1, of course, to make sure that I can escape if it's necessary, because Odin is ganking the right side. And with that, I'm just going to disengage. I mean, I don't mind being alone in the lane against these 2. The highest damage they can do, well, it is pretty decent, don't get me wrong, but I feel like that with the way Hades works, I am pretty safe. I can avoid Amaterasu's ultimate quite easily. Feared, and I can just jump away. She's using ultimate, I'm just using my purification to make sure that I don't get stunned. I'm not sure if that was the best choice though. I probably should have just used my ultimate, because that wouldn't only give me the CC immunity, but I now see that the Amaterasu was actually quite low on mana, and maybe she wouldn't be able to use her dash, and with that we could have killed her. I'm not sure if she had enough for her dash, then it would have been a waste, kinda. or not so much. And it's a bit difficult situation because you kind of need to weigh off, do I need purification beads soon, or do I want to have the ultimate for the damage? Because they have a good amount of CCs, Amaterasu ultimate, Silence on Izanami ultimate, the freeze from Amir. So those are CCs that you kind of have to deal with. I can use my ultimate to negate it, but that's more difficult than using purification beads. So you can use your ultimate to negate the CC from Amaterasu ultimate because it's so delayed. That's kind of a way you can work with it, but that's fine. Let's see. Ooh, nice ultimate by the Neath. Fear will provide me enough damage for my 3, and that will secure a kill. Let's just go for the tower quickly. Come on, someone attack the tower, please. It sucks. That sucks. Yeah, I definitely was going to die. Probably should not have gone for that, but it would have been fine if they attacked the tower a little bit sooner. If that's down, then you don't have to be afraid, and I could have just engaged with my ultimate. But because I was kinda trying to get that tower, I took a lot of damage from Amaterasu. I probably should have played it a little bit different, to just disengage, stay with my team and get the tower more safely. After that, maybe engage. But I felt like that if we got the tower quickly, which was quite low, we could have gotten them both fairly easy because I had my ultimate up. So, yeah, kind of miscommunication, I guess. Or, I don't know. That's fine. I picked up Doom Orb. I usually don't do that, but since I backed, I backed at like 2,000 or 2,100 gold, and I really wanted to get stacks going. Book of Thoughts is a very good option because it's a lot safer, but I feel like Doom Orb is definitely not a bad item in that regard. That's a lot of damage. That is going to be Amaterasu, and Emir is stuck in my ultimate as well. That's going to be 2 kills. We can definitely chase them down. As you can see, Izanami is already going to be run down, and Odin will be able to secure that one. Maybe we can get Thoth as well. Fear. Yes, the Fear will connect, and that will be a dead Thoth. Once he has used his escape, that's something that I have noticed a lot. He's basically a sitting duck. He can't really do a lot. Especially if you have some CCs, there's nothing he can really do to protect himself in any way. If you look at, for instance, his ultimate, if you have any CCs, you can interrupt it a lot of times because it's such a long charge up time. That's an ultimate that he really wants to use from a distance or kind of as a surprise. And since he can't really do that when he has, when he hasn't gotten his escape up anymore and he's chased down, that gives you a very, very good advantage. I'll just head back. We can take the Juggernaut back, so that will make it a little bit easier. I'm going to pick up Thorns. If they're going to attack me, I can just use the Thorns, kind of deter them from attacking me. Can be useful in my ultimate. For instance, if I have a 4-man ultimate, they're very likely to attack me. If I use Thorns, then they won't be able to do such a thing. Nice engagement. I'm taking the tower for a little bit, using the 2-3 combination for a lot of damage. They're all quite low. Beautiful dunk from the Odin, and I'm going to use my ultimate for the most damage I can. 2 of them again picked up by it. The others are a bit out of range, but that's fine. As you can see, a lot of healing from my 2-3 combination, and it's something I like a lot about Hades, the fact that if you use the enemy minion wave to your advantage a lot, then you will be able to nice. Then you will be able to get a lot of healing and insane amount of burst damage to someone. You can literally one-shot someone if you have a lot of power and they stand in an entire minion wave. So that can be very, very useful. Looks like Amaterasu is here. Silenced out of her dash, mid-dash. She did get far enough not to get hit by my 3, but that's fine. I didn't even come to really kill her. I just came to say hello, I guess. No, I just wanted to, let's see, use that Thorns. Avoid the stun. I don't really want to get stunned for free, even though I do have the Thorns. But I guess that's fine. Going for another stack item. Warlock Sash, definitely not a bad one. Let's see, can we silence? Decent damage. Basic will be enough to finish that one off. Warlock Sash is also a pretty good item for him because he stands still in his ultimate. Additional health will be useful. because you do get the protections from your ultimate itself, so that's not a bad thing to deal with. And well, it's not going too bad. 6, 1 and 4, definitely very powerful. Both teams have a Toth. So far, I haven't really noticed too much. I feel like Toth is quite weak early on. He has distance poke, but I feel like his damage is not that great. No, my stacks. No, Toth, please. I need stacks. Aww. Biscuits. He's so mean. I know he's stacking, but I have Warlock Sash. It's one of the better stacking items. But to be fair, he has his passive as well. He gets a lot of penetration from it. Come on, I want to fight. Okay, never mind. That's going to be ultimate. Let's see. I'm probably going. Yeah, I'm definitely going to die here, but that's fine. I think that my team will be able to pick up. Ooh, nice snipe. That ultimate feels so great if you hit that one. That was a lot of damage. They picked up 2 of them, so the 2 that really hard committed on me both died, and they picked up Izanami, so it's definitely worth it for us. And as you can see, Toth, he used his escape, so Odin can just run him down. 18 seconds of cooldown on that. If you have no cooldown reduction, that's a long time of having no escape. So you basically have to play this mage as, I feel like, a god without an escape. Because if you have a longer engagement, then you really need to position yourself perfectly if you want to survive. Because if you are forced out with your escape once, then you will be in trouble if they are going to, well, chase you down, go after you. If they have a Thor, you're screwed. I don't think you want to play him into Thor. I don't think you want to play him into Ratatoskr, Susano, all those mobile gods. You don't want to play him into that, because he will just get chased down, killed, and there's nothing you can really do about it. His damage is not big enough, I feel like, to be able to do that. They are not able to blink in. I put the mirror in combat, and I will be able to distract them and zone them out, and we get a free Juggernaut from that. So definitely worth it. Not sure what I want to get. Probably a Rod of Tutti. I have a good amount of power now. If I have a regular game, I'll probably go for a Book of Thoth instead of a Doom Orb. I died twice now, it kind of resets the stacks, but I feel like that if you don't die too much, if you keep those 25 stacks up and more, then you should be fine and good to go. He is inside a minion wave, that will be a decent amount of additional damage. He is quite tanky, I don't have any penetration except for my boots. But I don't think that really matters. As you can see, a lot of damage from my team. Definitely penetration on those guys. Fear on the Amaterasu after that basic. And as you can see, taking a huge chunk of her health. Not able to defend the Phoenix anymore. And that will be a secured Phoenix. Pretty easy actually. So, let's see. Can I help out with this Izanami? Hi. Basic. The timing. Perfect timing. Okay, I like to do something like that. If you're able to just confirm that one basic to finish someone after Sanctuary, it feels, it's so troll. It's so fun. I like it a lot. I do like the Hades a lot. I don't play him too often. I don't know. I feel like in some game modes he is not the greatest. When he has a decent laning phase, like you have in, for instance, Siege, he fares very well. But I feel like in Arena it's a lot more difficult. Especially since the base is also a little bit closer, you only have one minion wave, and using that one can be very difficult. I feel like he's better in Clash, in Siege, in Conquest. Just somewhere where he can use his wave as an advantage. He can be very powerful. He can also be very powerful in Assault, but you need to have a team that allows you to heal up them and yourself with the wave for that maximum, well, use out of it. Then you will have a good healer, actually. I think you can consider him a very good healer if you, well, use every single wave to heal your team up. Will you be able to in Assault? Of course not. They're going to force you out, or they're going to try and engage on you. There's no way for you that you'll actually be allowed to have every single wave you encounter to be healing for your team. But healing once in a while is not bad either. Especially since he's not considered a healer in Assault. So, yeah. From what I've seen so far, I do think that Thoth is very powerful, but he is different. And that's kind of a cool thing too, because it's one of those gods that is quite unique, and I do think they made a great effort to make him unique. And, well, they do with every single god. But I feel like with Camazotz, they kind of missed it a little bit. I don't like Camazotz as much as I like the new god. Let's see, can we get him? Thorns! Oh, she took a lot of damage from those thorns. No, he wants to smack me with his ultimate. Oh, he hit me. I really wanted to try and juke it out. It's a little bit too quick. So, from that range, it's not too difficult to hit. But that's a lot of damage. I mean, okay, I don't have any magical protection, but that's still a lot of damage. I mean, the Thoth is only level 16. So, he doesn't have that much going for him just yet. Still hurt for a lot. It was fully charged, so that kind of makes sense. He has only Book of Thoth, cooldown reduction boots. He has the Obsidian Shard, and he's getting to a Rod of Tutti, or maybe a Chronos Pendant. But that is not a lot of items. It already hit me for 800, so that is insane. I definitely need some form of magical protection. I'm probably just going for a Void Stone or something like that. It won't provide me a huge amount of protection. I think only 60. And since he has Obsidian, it won't be very effective. And he has his passive penetration. But I feel like that it will still be useful. And it provides me the penetration when someone is, someone is in my ultimate or when I leap on them. Also, something I forgot to mention about Hades, what I like to do with the leveling order. I usually level up his 3 first, which makes sense. It's his main damage source and a lot of damage, as you can see. And after that, I will always max out, well, my ultimate if I can. But after that, I will always max out my 2. And that's because the fear duration and the silence duration is increased, which is very powerful. But also another reason is, if in a lot of game modes, if you level up your 1 before your 2 for the additional damage, then you will be able to one-shot the archer minions with your leap alone. And that's something you actually don't want, because your 3 will do less damage if that's the case. And that's something that you want to take into consideration, because if you one-shot those archer minions, then you won't be able to use them for your main burst, your 3. Thorns used, he's not going to engage anymore. But yeah, with that, it's a little bit more difficult to get more burst going. Nice fear on 2 of them using my ultimate. Ultimate used by the enemy Ymir as well. Susano as well. No! That's Susano, Amaterasu. Again hit by that ultimate. I didn't even hear him charging this time. But that can be because there are a lot of ultimates were used in that engagement. Amaterasu, Ymir as well as his ultimate. Bit unfortunate though. I was able to... Well, I did use my Purification Beads to avoid the stun from Amaterasu, but he was still able to hit me with that. It wasn't fully charged, as you can see, it hit me for only 570, but still a lot. I think he had like probably 2 charges on that ultimate. Maybe actually on... No, I don't think only 1, but I think 2. But I guess fine. Looks like Thoth out. The Thoth with his Book of Thoth. Oh. I probably should have picked it up actually and asked, could I borrow your book? Thank you! Let's see if we can actually do something. The Titan is falling very quickly. I am able to arrive, not really to do anything, but as you can see, I am now visible as the Chibi Hades. I do like him a lot. I mean, especially the ultimate animation is really awesome with those little ghosts flying all around and he kind of dancing and jiggling when he is doing it. I really enjoy this skin. I think they really did a good job at it. It looks so awesome. Rocking that guitar solo. And as you can see, a lot of damage. Out-damaged the Odin. Odin did very well as well. Was able to confirm a lot of dunks. And kind of, with that, we had a lot of pressure in our lane. I mean, we were able to destroy the enemy Thoth Amaterasu quite quickly with that Fear dunk combo. We did it twice and then I think Thoth already died, or the Amaterasu, I'm not sure. But very quick kill on them with that first blood. And from there on out, actually we got rolling pretty well. Our Toth was playing very well as well. I talked to him. He said he played in I think the beta or not the beta, the PTS for a couple of hours with him. So he was more experienced with him. I feel like that he is very powerful, but he's just something you need to get used to. And as for Hades, I think he's always powerful. He's a very interesting god, but his main damage comes from a lot of minions or a lot of gods together, which in some game modes can be more difficult. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, good luck, have fun, and I'll see you guys in the next one.